Hello and welcome back to Scottish Mama Budgets. We are a family of 5 living in Scotland, documenting our journey learning how to budget using the cash envelope system, where we would like to remain accountable by sharing our process, hoping to create better spending and saving habits with our money. If you would like to follow us on our journey as we learn through a process of successes and failures, please feel free to subscribe and hit the like button on this video. So, I left yous here, last week. And as you can see, these things for this week are highlighted, and that's because I'm an utter numpty and I started recording this. I started doing this and thought I'd hit record and I hadn't. So I've basically been truly chatting away to myself. Yeah, I've just not had a great week, guys. I've not been well since the weekend, and yeah, one minute I'm freezing and my bones are really sore, and the next I've got a really high fever, and yeah, I struggle to bring it down. Today's not been too bad, but I'm trying to record this quick because my little boy's not really sitting at nursery, my youngest little boy, so I want to get this done quick, and I'll actually will have a short and sweet video for once. So I'll quickly zoom these in and see if I can move this. So I left yous last week, and that was a no spend day, which was great. On Friday I gave my daughter her pocket money, which was fine. I went out and I spent £6.62 on the food, like I said I was, out of the £10 that I put in the envelope. £2.40 for a block of Kerrygold butter now. That's just crazy. But I really do refuse to buy anything that isn't a block form of butter. Like my grandpa says, he says real butter wears out but a black dress, and basically that means like just the foil packaging that it comes in. So yeah, and also it says more than just milk and salt on the ingredients. That, to me, that means it's not real butter. But yeah, it's so expensive now, so the majority of that was the butter. Got a loaf of bread, bottle of milk, and yeah, I think that was it really. Oh no, I got a pack of the powder curry sauce. I cannot see the name of it, like it's not in English, it's written in Chinese, but it tastes exactly like curry sauce for the Chinese, and it's absolutely outstanding, and it's cheap as chips. As you can see with these little arrows, these should be on Saturday, but I wasn't paying attention when I went to write these in on Sunday because I didn't do it the same day. These are all unbudgeted spends, but these didn't come out of my main account. These came out of Monzo, and I'm very, very thankful that... So I used someone's referral code to get my Monzo account, and when I did that, it meant if I used my card within the first 30 days of getting it, I would get £5 credit, and the person's referral code I used would get £5 credit. So when I got mine and I used it and I saw that it actually worked, I shared my referral code on Instagram, and three of you lovely lot used the code, so it meant that I actually had £15 sitting in my Monzo. So these all came to £12.60. So it means even though they're unbudgeted, they didn't come out of my main current account, so it won't affect my budget, and I'm really thankful for that. So the first one was from the Budgeting Bear, and I got the Gold Rush Challenge, which is for £1 and £2 coins. I then got the 50p challenge from Moo Budgets, and then I got the 100p challenge from Budget with Zoe, and the Budget with Zoe one is 100% Michelle managing money's fault. Yeah, just seeing her one and how quickly it goes, I realised that even though initially I wasn't worried about the long haul of the original penny challenge, even doing all 3 of these, I'll be able to get my money out faster and put it back into my budget or put it towards my emergency fund. And I think the 3 of them being broken up will make it a bit more fun. So yeah, the pound challenge will come to £100. Moo Budgets, the minimum you can check out is at £25, and then it goes up in £25 increments, which I think's amazing. And then the Budget with Zoe one, I think that comes to £50 and 50p, but then there's the little bonus squares, so that would total £55. So if I checked the mood budgets went out at the minimum, that would be £180 that I'd be able to bring back into a budget if they all finished at roughly the same time. I don't expect that they would. And Sunday was a no spend day. Monday was a no spend day. This didn't debit yesterday. I don't know what it is with PayPal. It says it will debit on this day, and then it can end up being 3 days later or a full week later. So I've not ticked it because it's not came off. But I'll do an arrow to whatever day it ends up at if it's within, you know, this area. But otherwise I'll just tick it and highlight it as if it was that date. Would I write no spend here? Because right now I'm recording today. I'm recording a day early. Again, just because I've not been well and my little boy's not been himself. So yeah, let me know what you would do if you would class that as a no spend. But I've also decided that I'm going to be taking out my gas and electric. I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this away. I've also decided that I'm going to take out my gas and electric from in here. In fact, no wait, let me flip this over first. Because I top up my gas and electric at £40 a time. Well, 40 for my electric and typically £20 for my gas. But right now my electric has £120 in it. So even when I take this 40 out, I'll still have 80 sitting there. And yeah, these are filling up quicker than what I expected, which makes me happy that I'm already building quite a good buffer. But I'm taking them out of there and I'm going to put them in my variable sinking funds. And I'm going to put them at the front just because I will be going in and out of this one. Dipping in and out of this one the most, basically. So I'm going to actually be putting them into these. These are little cash envelopes from Label UK. They are amazing quality, like really sturdy, really good. And my daughter had this spare little double coin pouch. She's had it sitting in her room in a drawer for about 2 years now, and she's never used it. She doesn't really keep change, and I think she prefers having like either a proper little purse, but obviously now she's got her own little cash envelope binder set up that will be hopefully finished this week. She's got the binder, which was from Amazon, and she got a zipper wallet, one from Budget Lux for her coins, for she gets change. And yeah, she's got 3 cash envelopes coming from Budget with Ira. She wanted lots of categories, but she has only 10.5, so I said that we'd start out with spends, gifts, and save. And I think that's plenty of categories for a 10.5-year-old, especially since she only gets a £5 a week if she does all her chores. But no, I'm going to be using this. Very thankful she let me have it. So I'm going to put 40 in electric, and I'll actually update this little tracker now because I remembered my pens. So taking out 40, and that means I'll have 80 left in here. Let me just double check that. 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, £80 left. What's today's date? Oh my goodness. The 21st. It's the 21st today. So yeah. Put that back in. And I'll put these in here. Ooh. That's cute. And then I'm going to take 40 out of gas as well. Normally I would top up 20, but I had to get a new gas card. So basically I inherited the prepayment meters are in this property and I've never changed them because I haven't minded them. But because I inherited them, the gas card is like a card like this. And this little gold chip, you know, it finally gave up the ghost after nearly 7 years of constant use. Well, not constant, but you know, 7 years for a card. Like your bank card wouldn't typically last 7 years. That's why they renew every 3 to 4. So yeah, when you get a new card for your prepayment meter, when you put that card in the machine to register it, to sync it up, it'll wipe any credit on the meter. So I had to let my meter run down to zilch basically, which happened this morning. So I'm going to go out and top up today. So I'll put them there now. But I'm going to put 40 and gas. So that leaves me with 20. And I'll put the 20 in here. I do apologise if this annoys anyone that I'm using 2 different pens, but I do enjoy the visual of quickly glancing at this and being able to tell right away, okay, red means it's a withdrawal, green means it's a deposit, and the black is just the balance that's left and the date that it was taken out. I'm still really debating about taking the trackers out of my weekly because it's just really fiddly when I'm out and about with the trackers. But I would still want to keep a note of what's coming in and out, so I might just add, I don't know, maybe hole punched trackers for at the back of the envelopes and writing those instead of having them actually in the envelope. I hope that makes sense. I really do. So we'll put this 40 in the gas. And then both of these should fit in this larger compartment, just so. And it does, that's great. And then I'll put this in here. And that's actually perfect because it means if I'm going to top up, then yeah, it's just all together. Someone asked me before if it was a hassle topping up or that in their area it was really, there wasn't a lot of pay points, and I think maybe if you don't have to top up gas and electric that you just don't notice pay points. But as far as I'm aware, every single spar, at least every spar in Scotland, has a pay point within it. Our local Asda has a pay point. All of our corner shops have pay points. Yeah, so yeah, I've never had an issue topping up. Apart from today when my gases ran down to zilch because I had the new card and I had to wait to do that, I like to have a £40 buffer in my meters, and obviously more cash at home